the excess fat that is stored in your body, because both these exercises will end up consuming a lot of your fat as well, visceral fat as well. So add strength training to your entire regimen, as well as keep doing your endurance activities as well. But
So let's go to that. But before that, मैं ये पूछने वाला था, is there an ideal weight that you think is there for Ironman races?
So
or is not an answer?
No, so I don't want to discourage anyone who's on the heavier side, but if you have to go longer, you would want to be as light as possible. So be in your sort of most optimal range. The lighter the better, the stronger the better. Most people end up doing only cardio exercises, only swim, bike, run. So my recommendation is that also become stronger. Start adding at least 3 times a week, even if you're a runner, just a cyclist or a triathlete. Add 3 days of weight training into your regimen, become stronger, and by default when you do aerobic also and anaerobic also, both of them will help you to burn the excess fat that is stored in your body, because both these exercises will end up consuming a lot of your fat as well, visceral fat as well. So add strength training to your entire regimen, as well as keep doing your endurance activities as well, but as light as would be better.
I agree, and like completely agree to you on the strength training part, because I think it's very neglected in similarly as you age, because it becomes more and more difficult. But that is actually what is needed for your bones to stay calcified and have that strength.
Absolutely.
Nishan, I want this to be very, very insightful, and I want to go into your mindset of your first Ironman race.
Okay.
How much time did it take for you to prepare? What was your body weight? Like small details. I would just randomly ask you a question with the curiosity that I have. But let's go back to that memory. You being an army kid, how did you take up this idea? And let's go into that preparation wala zone.
Sure. So when I started my journey quite late. My first half Ironman was Ironman Goa, which was October 2019. Ironman brand was coming first time to the country, and I came to know about it, I think around February or March 2019, and the race was in October. So I thought maybe this is something exciting. I was always a runner, so I started my running journey back in 2005. And later on I learned that there are bigger races. When I moved to Bombay in 2016, so that's when I started hearing about half marathons, full marathons, and वो सब कर लिया, बहुत सारे races कर ली, हर weekend पे जाके बहुत सारी races करते थे. And then I was kind of getting bored of it, so I thought, there has to be something more. So then that's how I came across Ironman as a sport, and I think registered in the month of March 2019, and the race was supposed to be in October. Now the funny part was that I didn't know how to swim. Like I was in fact hydrophobic. I was always scared of water, and I was a runner. So I was a good runner, but even the bike and all I did not have. I had just purchased a bike 2 months before that. I think January or something is when I purchased a bike just for the fun of it, and it was fun. And I didn't know how to swim. So, and that is the most technical sport. Once you learn it, then it becomes easier. But otherwise, it's very technical, and you have to swim in the ocean. So I started watching YouTube videos, and I spent like good next 45 days watching. I used to sit outside the pool, watch like 30-45 minutes of YouTube, and then go and practice the same one step every single day. And that took me like 45 days from being hydrophobic to learning to swim in about 45 days. I started the swimming journey in around, I think mid-March. And by the end of April, I had learned to swim on my own without a coach, without anyone. I don't recommend anyone doing this. कि YouTube देख के आप सीख रहे हो, या प्लेन उड़ाना है तो YouTube से देख के practice कर रहे हो, या गाड़ी सीखनी है. But I think YouTube is a great source of learning diverse things.
Kickstarting, basically.
Yeah, just getting your basics right. The best thing now I would recommend is कोई भी चीज़ सीखनी है ना, कोच के पास चले जाओ जिसके पास 8, 10, 15 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है. You will immediately learn the basics in the correct way. I did not have access to that, so I made YouTube my coach and learned it. And 15 days from there, I think first time I went to Goa about second week of May 2019, and went to the sea, and that's when I joined a coach also, like a triathlon coach. And when I had spoken with him in the month of March, he said that I can't teach you till the time you don't know how to swim. So once I told him that now I can swim, then I met him in mid May 2019. We went to the sea, practiced for a few times, 2 to 3 days. I could swim in the ocean also. I was very scared, but I could swim. So and then from 5 months from there, because I already was a full marathoner and everything, so I had the endurance base, and with the guidance of my coach that time, I could do my first race 22nd of October 2019, and I think I took some 6 hours 50 minutes or something and finished it. It was in Goa. So that was
That was half Ironman?
That was half Ironman. 1.9 kilometers swimming, 90 bike, and then 21.1 kilometer run. And then every month from there, the Kida that I had, so I did another half Ironman next month in Kolhapur, then did another half Ironman in Thailand in February 2020, and then registered for a full Ironman, but that time COVID hit. So nothing was happening for the next 2 years. But I did 3 half Ironmans back to back in 3 months. And so it was some different experience. But I don't recommend that to anyone.
थैंक यू सो मच इस क्लिप को एंड तक देखने के लिए. अगर आपको ऐसी ही इंटरेस्टिंग एंड वैल्यू एडिंग क्लिप्स देखनी है देन ड्रीम विद नीरज क्लिप्स को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए. अंटिल देन कीप ड्रीमिंग. आई विल सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट वन.